What a glorious morning this one is for photography. It's foggy, chilly, so peaceful. There is no one around here. It's just beautiful. The thing is, I wasn't going to make a video today at all because I have plenty from here, from my hometown, in these conditions, in foggy conditions, so I wasn't sure what else I could show you, what else I could offer you from here. In fact, I left the house this morning with just my stills camera. I left the video camera behind, but as I kept walking and taking more photos, making more images, I was getting more and more excited until I got here. I've taken a dozen photos of that tree that you can see there in the background. I've made a lot of images of that tree in the fog before, but this morning, for some reason, I did something that I hadn't done before. I shot the tree through the fence, and for the first time I saw this scene that I walk by very often in a totally different way. And that's when I knew that I had to go back to the apartment, grab the video camera and make a video today, because I needed to share this with all of you. It was happening again. I walk by this place almost every day. I know this place very well. It's very familiar to me, but thanks to my camera, thanks to photography, I'm seeing it in a completely different and new way. And that to me is the magic of photography. That to me is what photography is all about. This is another spot that I photographed quite a lot in the past, that shed there in the background. But there are quite a few things that are different from previous times. Because it's early spring, the trees don't have leaves just yet, but there are some weeds growing on the land, and all of that makes for slightly different images from the previous ones I made here. Also, there is a for sale sign here that is relatively new. I've already made images of that sign, but I'm gonna make more, because that sign, I'm pretty sure, is gonna be there for quite a while, as most for sale signs are around here. So it's gonna start getting older and older, it's gonna show more decay, and probably will fit better with the old shed in the background. Just another example of a scene that I keep working on, a spot where I will keep taking photos. Batteries die really quick when it's cold. Anyway, pretty cool trees as well. So I was trying to embrace the power lines here and use them to make a better image, because otherwise it'd be just a line of trees in the distance, in the fog. It'd be a rather boring image. So the power lines, I was trying to create a diagonal line with them, so that would add some interest. And also I was focusing on the power lines, that blurs out the trees even more. I think it makes for some kind of mysterious image, but it doesn't really work, I don't think, the composition, because of the diagonal line from top left to bottom right. I would need a taller tree on that left side of the image. I think that's what would make this image work. As it is, I don't know, I don't love it. We'll see. If I change my mind, I don't think so, but yeah. I'm gonna switch to the wide angle lens. I'm gonna try to make an image here with the branches of the tree on the top of the frame and the rest of the landscape on the bottom, the foggy landscape. So that should create some contrast between the top and the bottom of the frame. We'll see if it works. I don't know, there are way too many branches and they are very chaotic. It's hard to find any kind of order in there. If there were just one or two branches, that would work better. So, yeah, not sure. I guess this is a through the fence kind of day. It's a wonderful thing, isn't it? That you can make an adventure out of a regular Saturday morning, because it truly feels that way. And again, all of this is thanks to photography. Photography is my excuse to be out here. Otherwise, I don't think I would be out here this morning or for this long, or trying to find new things, new ways to see the familiar. Because, of course, you can wander, you can try to see the place where you live, the landscapes in a new light. Of course you can. You don't need a camera to do that. But just because you are trying to create something, I think that makes you pay even more attention and be more engaged with the process. At least that's what it does for me. It's just so peaceful and so beautiful out here. My advice number one when it comes to shooting the fog has to be get as close as possible to your subject. Try to use long lenses as little as possible. The reason is because the magical thing about fog is that it can clear the background for you. It can make your subject stand out a lot. But to take advantage of that, the subject has to be clear as possible, as opposed to the background that is going to be, partially hidden in the fog. It's going to be, the viewer is only going to see some hints of that background, but the subject should be as clear as possible. Of course, this applies to this kind of fog when you are in the fog and it's very thick and it's swallowing everything in an even way. It is different in other situations. For example, a couple videos ago I was shooting in the mountains. It was foggy, but it was foggy far away in the mountains. The fog was playing with those mountains, but where I was, it wasn't that foggy. So in that case, yes, I was able to play with a long lens because the fog was revealing some parts of the landscape every once in a while. But that is not the case here. This is different. If we stay away from the subject, everything is going to be affected by the fog equally. It's going to look almost like someone applied a mask on Photoshop to get rid of some of the clarity, some of the sharpness, and that is not really what we want. Very frustrating because there is a shot there, a shot that I think it'd be very good, but there is no way I can make it. But let me show you a shot that I can't take, but I would love to. I hope you can see them. There are some posts of a fence there, and they look pretty amazing lining up. There is no way for me to get in there, and I can't get a good angle from here. I cannot even get any closer because there is a lot of cow shit all over here. So, oh well, that's too bad. That's better. Another through the fence shot, and in this case I'm gonna embrace the wall a little bit as well. I'm gonna switch to the 85. Alright, I think I'm gonna call it a morning for photography at least. I've been out here for a while, it's almost noon, and as I said, this was just a regular Saturday morning where I had planned to do many other things, but because I woke up to these beautiful conditions, I was hoping for some fog, but we hadn't had it in a long time, so I didn't know, I wasn't expecting it to last this long. I thought it could be just 1 hour, couple at most. But it's been 4, and just now it's finally clearing up. So yeah, I have things to do, I have errands to run. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it motivates you, it inspires you to get out and to, you know, chase that magic that photography can give you, even in very familiar places. Even if you've been there already a million times, there is always something new to find, something new to discover. And I can't think of a better tool to do so than a camera. So yeah, that's all. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next one.